Alrighty, season 6. So I'll talk to you guys. What's up, Edward? Let me catch up with everyone I didn't say hi to. Yo, what's up, Ryan? What's up, Pertheus? What up, Miss Elena? What up, Nips? Hola, Chippy. What up, Loki? What up, Ryan? What up, Sax? How you doing, man? What up, Molly? How's everything, brother? Pleasure to see you. What up, Kev? Kev, like I said, thanks for the 14 months. Very much appreciated. What up, None? What up, Novigo? What up, Scranton? Yo, Peyton, what's good, man? Nice to see you, bro. Hola, Radiate. Nice to see you. What's up, Susie? What's up, Sean? Pleasure to see you. I know I said what's up to you. What's up, Zay? Pertheus, I know you've been in chat. Rexy, Rex. What's up, girl? Toss it up. How you doing, squad? Yo, what's up? Not Haddix. I'm assuming that's Haddix. What's up, Gabe? Nice to see you, man. What's up, Nightmare? How you doing, bro? Arch, pleasure to see you. I think that's everyone. What's up, OG Popper? Pleasure to see you, man. Pleasure to see you. What'd I say? This mic is too good. It catches me off guard. You guys can hear all the fucked up shit I say. So let's go over this. What's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? We get started from here. What time is it in the stream? I can't tell, but what's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? We're gonna go over season 6, 6.1. I know you guys probably saw the show, or if you guys didn't, then that's what I'm here for, beautifuls. That skin is lit. I'm buying it, by the way. The Vaporwave Poseidon. I know there was a lot of things they went over, which is gonna be sick. I'm gonna really just try to get in depth with everything that they announced, cause you know, just what it is. I want to give you guys the best insight in what I really think is gonna happen with the game. So I'm gonna focus on this chat. I'll get back to you guys once I'm done with this. So I'll see you guys in a second. So like I said, what's good, YouTube? All right, so let's go. Crossplay, obviously a big thing. I know a lot of you guys watch me that are from box, you know, learning the game. I know, honestly, let's be real. At the end of the day, Xbox and PS4 keep SMITE very healthy. So like a lot of you guys, you know, checking out SMITE, it's like top downloaded free game on Xbox and or PS4. You guys want to check it out. You guys are new to the game. There's always things changing in the game, like compared to, you know, other games where the patches aren't as significant. So that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to try to help you guys, let you guys know what I think about it. Ranked, the reset. All right, so let's try to go even through everything on these patch notes. Roll queue, normal conquest and ranked conquest will not have roll queue. We've already seen that on my stream. Before queuing into the mode, you need to select top 2 roles. Oh, actually, no, I did not know this. So I am as new as you guys are to this. So I am reading this for the first time. A lot of these things I'm reading for the first time. Before queuing for the mode, you need to select your top 2 roles. That's pretty cool. They took that from League of Legends. I don't mind. Does make it a little bit weird for like the support role and roles that are. I mean, I don't think SMITE has enough players to do this in the ranked scene, in the casual scene now with cross-platform being a thing. I'm sure there's tons of people going to be playing, so this is fine for casual. For ranked, this is going to be questionable, but we'll see what happens. After the match is made, the matchmaker will look at role preferences and assign roles to achieve the most people getting their preferred roles as possible. If there are any type scenarios, the player with a higher MMR in ranked, that's awesome. I'm glad they're appreciating higher MMR. It should always be respected. Or the player who has not gotten their preferred role recently will get priority. That's a dope mechanic there. I really like that as well. Each match you do not get preferred role, increase your chance of getting a next match. Dope mechanic, like I said. Ranked. Ranked will be soft reset in 6.1. TP gain has been increased, allowing players to progress through ranks at a more rapid pace to the match. Reduce split length. Dope. The first rank split will end on the first day of the patch, 6.5, 2 months. Oof, that's a little bit of time, I feel like. But we'll see how it goes. Rewards will no longer be given out based on the rank or god leader. What do you mean rewards will no longer be given out based on rank or god leaderboard rank? I don't know what that means. Whatever. Players can still earn a skin and a loading frame by winning 75 games and 150 games throughout all season 6. Cool. Players will now earn a winner's chest each split for 15 wins in ranked. Cool. Incentive to play ranked. I like it. Players will now earn 50 gems each split for 75 wins in ranked. Incentive. I love it. Players will no longer play qualifying games, but will now start in bronze, showing MMR in the UI. They listen to us. That's important. That's really important. That's awesome. Like, now there's a significant number that stands there. and it shows, yo, this guy's a higher rank than you. So there's no like, oh, top 2 or that guy's above me. Like, no, you don't deserve it. Like, no, there is a number in front of you. Statistically, I am better than you. So give me my goddamn role or character. Respect it. Like it. MMR based leaderboards, dope. Season 5 team badges. All items from the system will now be selected with your personal loadout section. Dope. That's cool. Oof. Kill bounty adjustments. Wow, this is something big. This is something really, really big. So, wow. I didn't even know they added this. Like I said, I'm seeing this for the first time with you guys, so it's gonna be different. Increase the gold and experience adjustments for players killing a player that is a different level. This is a very important mechanic, so let's see how they touch up on this. New formulas, new formulas only apply to players killing higher level targets. Okay. Old formula for XP, 50 plus 30 victim level. Okay. New formula for XP, 50 plus 30 victim level. 0.25. Yo, Robo, thanks for 34 months, brother. Alright, so I'll catch up on subs at the end of this. New formula for XP, so 50 plus 30. So the only thing that changes is the 0.25 compared to 0.1. Sorry, chat, I'm just seeing how this would work. Or formula got model base value. Okay, so killing. So there's more of a comeback mechanic now. Okay. The adjustment to the victim speed multiple in all is increased in all cases, not just if the victim was higher in the level. Okay. All right, this is more of a comeback mechanic. My personal thoughts, I like it. Like, you should get punt. This is how Dota and Dota works. I'm not sure about League of Legends, but I know in Dota, like, there's a huge comeback mechanic. Like, if you are a very high level on a high killing streak, like, you are important. Like, in the announcers, even in pro level play, if you are someone that is owning in the game, you have a huge bounty on your head. And so it isn't where you just want to, like, you have to play differently because now you are worth so much gold and experience. So now you have to play differently. Even if you're really ahead and you want to dive their backline, you have to remember, like, dude, you are the comeback mechanic, and that makes a big difference in games now. Honestly, off the math, I don't know how much more it is, but I know from what they're saying, it does change the game. It does change the mechanic of a game a little bit. I would love to, like, actually have the numbers in front of me instead of the equations, but this is dope mechanic. I agree. I thumbs up this. Solo lane. All right, so new objective: Totem of Ku, located behind the fire giant by the solo lane middle's entrance. Cool. This objective is a neutral structure, not a boss monster. Cool. Base health 300. Health increases by 250 each time it is successfully taken. Dope. So wow, that's a lot. It's almost ×2. Base physical protection 15. Base magic protection 10. Cool. Spawns at 1 minute. Respawn. So 300 health. Trying to think, like, what abilities would it take to kill it as a solo laner. Base physical protection 15. Base magic protection 10. Spawns at 1 minute. That's interesting. That's really early. Maybe jungler can, like, jungler might have a different route now. Junglers have different routes now, that the fact that it spawns at 1 minute. Respawns at 1 minute after. Okay, wow, every 1 minute. That is interesting. Once active, the first team that deals enough damage to the totem will have all of their tower areas empowered. Allied gods that step into the empowered area receive a buff. Wait, so it doesn't give anything other than the buff? 5% movement speed, 25 MP5. And where is the area? The damage totem will have all of their tower areas empowered. So inside the tower. %5 movement speed. That's not really much. That's a little bit. 25 MP5. That's pretty. I mean, mana region, but I don't know. Plus 25 gold to each team member when it was well, okay, so plus 25 gold. So what is that? 125 gold swing. It's whatever. Buff lasts for 10. Buff lasts for 10 seconds when leaving in a power tower, and power tower area lasts 1 minute. So these two, 25 MP5 plus 20. I don't know how much those buffs matter. I mean, in like very niche situations, this is the only time I ever see these buffs actually meaning anything. The gold is what kind of makes it worth 125 gold for 300 health. But I guess it's really important. I feel like you're going to be fighting a lot on solo lane now. It's interesting for sure. I like it. It's different. It's because now you kind of want to fight. You know, 125 gold is a lot. And it's for everyone in your team. 300 health though, but like I feel like it kind of becomes less worth it as many times you kill. So you want to get the early ones first, because if you kill it 4 times at like 6 minutes, this is going to be super damn tanky. So that's an interesting mechanic. So like the early ones, but you see, you know what I'm thinking right now? That it's going to promote a more early game type of meta again. Even though Smite's always been early game, which is kind of something that I've always disliked. But actually this season is one of the best seasons for it not being a snowball. This season was the best season of Smite when it comes to season 5, that being when it comes to snowball. But I don't know. I think this could add to snowball, because you want to get like, you want to have like a Thanatos, maybe something super fucking early. It does a lot of damage. Take the first three or four ones. That's 500 gold for the team. It's a pretty significant amount at 5 minutes. It's actually a huge amount at 5 or 6 minutes. And then at 6 minutes, I mean, you don't really want to touch this. If you've killed it 4 or 5 times, it's gonna have 1500 HP. Like that's a ton of HP and a lot of resources to get 125 gold. I want to know how much damage it does. Interesting. This is interesting. Is it good for the game? It's gonna make it more interesting in the early game. More fighting for sure. I don't know how it's gonna affect the snowballing, but interesting for sure. Okay, I'm gonna try to move through this because I know there's a lot of stuff. Minions now spawn 1 minute after the game starts, down from 130. Whoa. So 1 minute. So wait, I'm fried. I'm not putting it together. So, wow, they would actually take... Okay, they took this from League of Legends, but I'm down. That's like a legit copy of League of Legends. But that's okay, right? League is doing something right. So it's okay to follow the people that are doing things right. So I don't mind that. But damn, that's a pretty damn hard copy. It doesn't do damage? Oh shit! So it's just a totem there. Now that's interesting. And whoever did more damage to it is the one that gets it. I know I read something like that. Or is it who does the killing blow? Yeah? Okay. That's interesting. Minions now spawn. Okay, so this is cool. This allows different strats, which I love, because I love strats. I love Smite being a MOBA, you know? And this brings different ward strats, different invade strats. Like, this is cool. I dig this hard. Minions now spawn at 1 minute. I don't know why Brain is not putting this together. Minions spawn now at 1 minute, because you know how it starts, so 30 seconds before. If I'm not mistaken. Because you know how it goes from... How does it go? It goes from 1 minute down to 0, back up to 1. Down 45 seconds. So waves meet at 0 now. So when buffs spawn, back to the OG time. That's going to switch up the meta again, but in my opinion, kind of going like back and forth from the same shit. This is cool. I like it. I'm not for or against it. I need to see it. I need to see it. Okay. Now has the Conquest Gold Fury has 2 additional forms. Oni, Gold Fury, Primal Gold Fury. The first spawn will always be base Gold Fury. Okay. Each spawn after the first will be randomly chosen. Oh my god, they're stealing League so hard, dude. I don't know about this. This is tough, man. I mean, I respect it, man, but god, this is a lot you're stealing from League. Each spawn after will be randomly chosen from the other 2 Furies, avoiding repeats. Oni Fury provides the following rewards. On the next round of minions spawn, all minions in all 3 lanes will gain bonus damage increased by 150%, bonus health. This is what from League? This is the minion that charges that, so you can use it in a lane to pressure tower. It's cool. I'm down. Bonus health 50%, that's a lot. Bonus damage 150, Jesus. Physical protection 50, 60. Wow, that's a lot of prods. So that wave is gonna be tanky. It's gonna split push. Now micromanage. You know what I like about it? It hires the ceiling of micromanaging the map, so I like it. Primal Gold Fury following rewards. All gods on the killing team gain 5% increased damage to jungle camps and bosses. Stacks up to 3 times. Cool. And you'll get this forever. Cool. Kind of like League of Legends, but okay. These Furies provide decreased gold rewards, but also give unique bonus to the team. Wait, these Furies? Okay, so Gold Furies decrease gold rewards, but also give unique bonuses to the team who slays them. Decrease base gold reward from 150 to 115, so it's less about the gold and more about these things. Decrease gold increase per minute from 6 to 5. Okay. So like I said, less about the gold, more about these buffs. Like trying to get the first one is cool, but then these ones are more important. Their XP reward is consistent with the base Gold Fury. Okay, I'm down. That's cool. Yeah, you should leave it like that. Players can track the status of Primal Fury above for each team by viewing torches above the Oracle's pit. A torch will light for each application of this buff. Dope. That is cool. But you should. I feel like this is kind of like a. No, this is cool. This is a cool mechanic because League of Legends has it where it just tells you which team has it. And this is cool because now it's like a little more of a higher ceiling for it, you know? Like you have to remember. You have to go. If you don't remember off the top of your head, like, yo, we have 2 of these. So we're doing this much damage. Like we're doing 10% increased damage to jungle camps and bosses. So like our Fire Giant, we burn it. It's kind of like, you know, something. It makes the game a little bit more intricate. So I like it. A torch not available pyromancer that becomes a lit to indicate that the buff is active and which team currently has obtained the buff. Cool. Cool. Fire Giant, I heard, yeah, I saw some things on Twitter about Fire Giant. Fire Giant and an enhanced Fire Giant will now use the Magma Pools ability. An enhanced Fire Giant, okay. There will be 1 second warning deployable under each god in the area. After the warning, the area will become damaging magma. Okay. Current rotation is 2 basic attacks, Rift, 2 basic attacks, Fury, 2 basic attacks, Flames. This line happens once. 2 basic attacks, Rift, 2 basic attacks, Fury. So this happens, then this happens after, over and over. Rift. All right, so flames only happen on the first initial. Okay. Oh, okay, that is okay. I was like, yeah, this is normal. I didn't read current rotation. Okay, I was like, what? This is what happens normally. Okay, new rotation. 2 basic attack Rifts, normal. 2 basic attack Fury, okay, normal. 2 basic attack Flames, okay, just like that. This stays the same and occurs once, okay, so it's the same shit. 1 basic attack Pools, okay, so Pools right away after the first basic attack. 1 basic attack Rift, so yeah, a little bit harder. 1 basic attack Fury, so damn. So the next. Okay, so burning fire is important now, like fire, because fire is a lot harder. So now you have to think about what comps burn fire properly. Enhanced Fire Giant health increase from 6,000 to 7,000. Okay, an extra 1k HP. Enhanced Fire Giant base protection increase from 90 to 50 to 120, 75. Damn, those fizz procs are high. Pen is important now. Percentage pen is really important for fire now. Cool. Same thing for magic prots. Enhanced Fire Giant base power increase from 130 to 0, 150 to 20. As magic damage now? Magic power? What does the magic power apply to? I'm assuming the abilities. Interesting. We'll see. I like this. I thumbs up this too. Good changes from what I've read from now. Jungle changes. Small harpies. Oh god, I always decrease base health from 150 to 130. Easier to kill. Decrease health per level. Okay. Increase base magical protection. Oh, increase health level per level 55-70. So they become way harder late game. So early game they're easier. Late game they become ridiculous. Increase base magical protections from 0 to 5. So flat. So a little harder for mages to clear. Larger harpies. Decrease base health from 410 to 380, but they did the same thing. It just made them scale later. Okay. Buff holders. Decrease base health from 470 to 440. But yeah, they did the same. So they did it for everything, I'm assuming. Increase base health. Okay, okay. So so I'm assuming Hyra's like, alright, we need to like hire the prods for mage. Just give it 5 flat. So like early game mages don't crush the, because mages are not supposed to be good in the jungle, but they are because they have no magical prods. So that's interesting. Oracles increase base magical. Okay, yeah. So they thought everything they needed magical prods. Excuse me. Gold Fury, all 3 forms increase Gold Fury's physical protection per level from 1 to 1.5. Increase. Okay. So it's harder to kill late game scales. Decrease Gold Fury's health per level from 275 to 250. Alright. So pen is more important. Has less health though. Decrease Gold Fury's physical power from 140 to 120. Flat. Okay, it does less damage. Increase Gold Fury's physical power per level from 0 to 2. Increase Gold Fury's physical power. Alright, so yeah, so it does less damage from the beginning and scale. So everything is scaling. Seems like they want a late game meta. I like it. I love late game meta. These structures now have visual effect. Backdoor currently active on the structure. That's cool. They needed that. I like it. Like some like shield around it or something. Rip AO? Nah, that doesn't change AO. I mean, 5 prots is 5 prots. I mean, early game is a little annoying, but once you get your pen boots online, it's like you're doing true damage again. Blessings that are banned in conquest are quite powerful, although many players often overlook. All of them stack a little too quickly. Yeah, remember I was actually talking about this, chat? I was like, bro, you just walk into lane and it just stacks. Increased stacks require 50 to 100. Remember, I was talking about this. That's funny. I'm glad they changed that. Defender's Blessing, boom. Not that I care too much about this because I don't really play, but I'm gonna do it for you guys that play Joust and other modes out there. Increased stacks requires evolve 50 to 75. I mean, just a little bit longer. Increase health from it. Wow, increased mana. Okay, so Defender's Blessing is a little bit stronger now. 150 health, 150 mana. It's nice. It's nice. Increase MP5 from 10 to 20. Yeah, it's okay. Increased stacks required evolve 50 to 75. Cool. These don't really matter too much. I mean, I don't play Conquest, but Warrior's Blessing, okay. Increase health and mana restored per trigger from 30 to 40. Little buff. Not sure if it makes it relevant. Increase evolved protection from 10 to 15. 15 prots is good. 15 prots is good for early game. 15 prots is good. Because you don't have pen early, so that's makes a big difference. And makes a big difference for ganks, makes a big difference for trading. Horrific Emblem, decrease slow from 40 to 30. Good, because that was busted. Decrease attack speed slow from 25 to 15. Good, that shit was stacked. Upgraded Horrific Emblem, decrease slow from 40 to 30. Good. Attack speed remains at 25. Maybe 20%. Maybe 20. But then why would you upgrade it? For the slow. Decrease damage dealt. Yeah, they should have made this 20, not 25%. 20. I know it's something small, but like even if you're not upgrading it for the stat, so leave it low. That's my understanding of it. The reason you upgrade it is that the decreased damage dealt debuff from 20 to 15, like you get this 15% that you do less damage, like that is what you upgrade it for, not for this. So this should have been like 20% or just stayed at 15%. Still kind of a stacked emblem. I mean emblem of fucking active. Consumables, Elixir Speed, I heard about this. 2,000 gold. This consumable increases your movement speed by 18% permanently. I don't like it. Don't why permanently? Why? This effect does not stack with movement speed from boots or shoes. What do you mean this effect does not stack with movement speed from boots or shoes? So you just sell your boots? You have to sell your boots for this to work? What? This effect lasts X minutes. Okay. This item is only available in Conquest game modes. Do more. Do more has an interesting effect, but I never found a home. Mage builds do. Okay, do more. I like do more. Cursed orb. Okay, they have 2 orbs now. 1600. All right, this is a spike item off the bag. It's just the gold. 55 magical power. A lot of power for how much gold? Plus 75 mana. That's a weird ass stat. Like, why 75 mana? That's not even an ability. I mean, maybe a shitty ability. I don't know. That's a weird stat. Plus 20 MP5 to 15 MP5. Okay. Plus 3 movement speed. Not too much, but that's okay for the gold. Yeah, but that, I don't know. That just seems so forced. The elixir of speed just seems so forced. Like, you have to sell your boots to buy this, so you have to go that route. Yeah, but you could buy another item, so yeah, it does open up some space in the game, but at the end of the day, that seems forced. It's just so forced. You have to sell boots. What if you want boots? What if you want the extra? What if you want to take advantage of the extra movement speed so you keep boots and buy this, while the other person has this and is fast, but then has mantle? So is it worth? You know, trade-offs. This feels really like you have to do it. You know, I don't like that. Killing or assisting enemy by the 1 stat, 1 movement speed, and 3 magical powers. So 5 times. So 5% movement speed. So 8% movement speed. And not 55 magical power. When stacked, it is, what is that? 3 power? 3 times 15? 70 power? 70 power. When stacked, 70 power, 8% movement speed. This item is great. Wow. This item is good. Real good. Wow. I like this item. Do more. 3,200. That's really expensive. 135 magical power. I see why. Plus 200 mana. Good. 25 MP5. Good. 6% movement speed. Ooh. Killing or assisting. Oh, so it gives you the same. So 6 magical power. So what? 6 times 5, 30 power. So it gives you 165 power. Whee. It's a lot of power. It's a lot of power. What? 1% movement speed per stack. 6%. 12% movement speed. 12% movement speed. That's a good amount. Wow. Damn, this item, but it's expensive. I like it. Good item. Good item to add. Thumbs up, high res. I don't know how balanced it is, but it's a lot of power. It is a very expensive item regardless, though. But a lot of good movement speed as well. It's a fun item. Looks like a really fun item to play with. Okay, I don't really care about like why they did it. I just want to see. Decrease magical power from 65 to 55. I don't mind that. It was a super strong start. Like, sometimes you get caught off guard. You buy Book of Souls and you're like, your abilities do 130 damage, 140 damage, like level 1. Seems kind of obnoxious. Book of Thoughts, 2,800 to 150 less gold. Passive not only converts mana gained from items. That's cool. I like that. So it's like now your item, it's like, damn, should I buy this item because it has more mana to gain extra power? Before it was just like, oh, you know, just flat base characters that had good mana pools or just did more with the item, but without even thinking, you know, you just build Book of Thoth because Book of Thoth. Now you have to think about the character's mana pool, which is cool and intricate. I like it. Increase the amount of mana converted to magical power from 3% to 6%. Cool. Because they had to do this because they did this. So, cool. More intricate, more thinking behind it. You don't just build Book of Thoth because Book of Thoth. Now there's a reason. You have to think about your build. It's like, oh, if I grab Book of Thoth here, will I grab Soul Reaver later to make up for to get this extra 6% power from the mana that I'm getting from Soul Reaver? Boom. Thinking. You always want to promote thinking in your builds. Increase bonus mana conversion when evolved from 2% to 3%. Increase bonus mana conversion. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this all goes together. I like these 3 things go together. Soul Reaver. Enemies get hit by Soul Reaver. Bonus damage will take 50% less damage from this effect. Okay, on hits that just keep going on more than one hit. This reduction lasts 3 seconds and refreshes on hit. This reduction lasts 3 seconds and refreshes on hit. Cool. So you have the debuff for 3 seconds. So like you won't get Soul Reaver. So you need to wait 3 seconds for Soul Reaver to reapply that big boy damage. If not, then you do 50% less damage. Cool. Smart. I like it. Thumbs up to balancing and high res. Like I said, but this is just on paper though. This is just on paper. Like this is super hard for me to like say like this is from what I know from on paper. In game it's a different thing, you know. Increase. Okay, I like that they made Obsidian really more expensive. It was kind of awkward like how cheap it was. Yes, give it more power. 70. Nice. Cool. Like it. Good balances. Now yeah, now it's more power, a little bit more expensive. They didn't change anything to the pen, so it's still a very good item versus when people are built two magic power items. Typhon's Fang, increased magical lifesteal to 10-50%. Yes, they needed to do this. Why? Like, if you're going to build this, it's because you're building straight for the lifesteal. Like, if you're going to build Bancroft's Typhons, you want to build it because they don't have a reason to build it. So you want to force their hand to build Brawlers or Pestilence just because you're building double lifesteal. You get me? You want to force them to buy items that they wouldn't want to. And I like this because Typhons was just like, oh yeah, you're going to build it with Bancrofts because it's a good combo. But it wasn't good enough because it was so easy to counter. But now it's so good that you're forcing the other team's hands. So like, for example, if you don't have a full team that has no lifesteal or no healing, like you can build this item and you still have to force them to build Brawlers, and it's kind of uncomfortable for them because they're only building Brawlers just to counter your build. So that's dope. Dynasty, yeah, it got out of meta, so added 10 damage to it. Is it going to help it? I need to see the gold on the item again. I forgot the gold on it. Increasing magical power from 20 to 30%. Sona Binding was always like a really good item, but they did it. New pass successfully hitting an enemy god with crowd control will debuff an enemy's hit. Debuff is decreased 50. Okay, so 15 prots both sides. So if you CC someone, they have less. They have okay. Athena, I guess like Arshio and shit. It's a pretty big buff, I feel like. Malice, item that nobody bought. New passive, successfully hitting an enemy with a critical strike will subtract 2 seconds. Woo! From all your abilities currently on cooldown except your ultimate ability. I said this or cat because that's all I was thinking. This effect can only happen once every 5 seconds. That is nuts. That is nuts. This item is dope. Is it broken? I don't know. But it's so much fun. Poison Star. I hate this item. Increase. Alright, yeah. Hell yeah. Nerf this shit. Yeah, nerf that shit. I don't bitch about items for no reason. When there's an item that's broken, it's because it's broken. Increase. Yeah, there you go. Nerf this shit. Make it a little bit more expensive. Yeah, why the hell is Wind Demon's trash compared to this? And it's like fucking 300 gold more expensive. Hello? Yeah, there you go. This is good. I'm happy with high res this. 15%. Yeah, make that shit less critical. You're buying it because it makes you box better. You literally lower the damage. That shit's already enough as it is. Great nerfs. Shit, make that shit 2600, bro. Fuck this item. Decrease. Okay, yeah, 2600. I agree. It's too expensive. It's like, why do you build Windy at 2700 gold for this item? Like, what the hell? Why? It's almost the same as Deathbringer, and Deathbringer gives you so much more shit. I like it. Malice looks amazing, man. Malice looks. This is an awesome on Malice, dude. Like Malice, nobody was using it because they had trash ass passive. What does this do? Now this passive, you have to think about it. When someone builds Malice, it's like, oh shit, like he just crit me. His cooldowns are reset. He's gonna use it like. It's going to confuse people. You're going to get Serket 2-1'd, get crit on the 1, and then she has her 1 again up in like 4 seconds, 5 seconds if you have full cooldown. And then you hold your abilities because you're waiting for her 1, and then she wants you again out of nowhere. Boom. You have to think more. Boom. great for the game. I love it. Odysseus bow increased basic power, attack power, scaling, and passive 50%, 60%. Made it a better item. I don't mind it. Odysseus bow is a cool item. I like it. Increased physical power from 20 to 30. Necessary for this item. This item was kind of underused. Didn't have enough power on it. 20 power is laughable. 30 is good. 30 is fine if you want to spike on it. If you need the spike or you want to use a spike. Runic shield, 150 extra health. I'm down for it. Increased cost. Yeah. I like this. So make these items even. Because most of the time you would grab ASTRAL just because it was just better flat out, in the sense of what it did. Now that you give us an extra 50 HP, even though it sounds like a little bit, 50 HP matters, especially because this is a spike item, so you build it early, meaning 50 HP early is actually a big difference. It's one auto. So how many times do you get away with one auto or one ability? Increase the cost on this item. Great. This item was too good for its price. It was like this item was the item to build if you're against a magical like jungler or magical soul. Like, it's just that good of an item. Make it a little more expensive. Now you got to think, Runic shield better or ASTRAL here? You know, I like it because most of the time it was like 90 to like 10%. Now it's probably like a 40 to a 60. Cudgel, increase physical power from 5 to 10. Cap of Pride. Decrease health from 100 to 50. Yeah. Okay, I'm down. Give it more power. Make it more of like a damage item instead of like a HP item. Early. The first piece of it at least. No, that's not too much. That's kind of whatever. Decrease cost from 1500 to 1300. Pretty cheap item now. Decrease physical power from 10 to 15. Increase. So this is a total buff. Wow. So 200 gold less and you get extra 5 power. So the spike on this item is pretty damn good. So both spikes now. These two items spike pretty well. Like for solo lane / jungle, you can see these items being built more for sure. Because this is this the same as this is the same as Mace 1, right? And now you get you only get 50 HP. How much HP do you get for this item? Interesting. Increase physical power from 25 to 35. Cool. This passive now changes for cooldown reduction to mana reduction of 25% mana, not 50%. Okay, so you get the cooldown for most of the time. Unless you're really low on mana, you get the extra mana, which is cool. Makes it a better item. Most of the time you want the cooldown over the mana. So now when you're getting the mana, it's actually worth it. Item is pretty stacked now. Blackthorn is pretty insane. 35 power. Dope ass passive. HP. Ton of HP because they didn't change HP on this item. I think this item has the most HP in the game. More than Stoner Guy, if I'm not mistaken. Stoner Guy is 300. This is 400. Rune Forge Hammer. Increased physical power of 40 to 55. 55 is a lot. It's more than Mass Immune. More than Stone Cutting. More than every blade. More than every mace. Jones 40. Crusher 30. Brawler's 30. I mean, sorry. Brawler's 40? Yeah, I think Brawler's 40. Titan's 30. Damn, what the hell? Runeforge is doing 55 power, bro? That's a lot of power. Decrease health from 250 to 200. It's a lot of power. You will be seeing this item built more. 100%. Gauntlet of Thieves, increased health from 200 to 275. Necessary. The stacks were like, you were like trying to stack this shit and it didn't do anything while you were stacking it. Now, 275 flat HP is great. While you're stacking it makes up for like that shit part in the beginning. Like when you build Gauntlet of Thieves, like in the beginning, you feel so useless. It's like you don't even have an item and this item is mad expensive. And you have to play super chill just because of it. But now that it has an extra 75 HP early, because you're going to build this early, you're not going to build this no third, fourth item. This has to be a second item. If the game is going real slow. So that's my opinion on the Gauntlet of Thieves. Good change. This change scares me, I'm not gonna lie. This item is really good now. Same thing with Blackthorn. But that's good because those items weren't being used, so now you gotta more thinking. You know, not everybody's gonna be going Jotuns, Crusher, Brawlers, Hydras, you know. Now these items are like, wait a second, you know? Increase MP5 from 6 to 10. Interesting. Probably a better item for level 1 now that I think about it. You could probably build this first on like characters that have a shitty MP5 warriors. Stone a guy, increase the speed at which heal occurs from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, so shorter span, so the heal, you'll see the heal happen faster, just way better. Decrease internal cooldown from 60 to 45. Stone a guy is on the map again, for sure. I remember getting Stone a guy in a solo and being like, yo, what the hell? This passive has like 2 days on it. Yo, by the way, guys, do you guys have any criticism? Do you guys enjoying the way I'm going on about this? Or would you guys like it any different? Hope you're enjoying YouTube, by the way. I'm trying to go as in depth and as and trying to let you be inside my mind. What's up, Howlet? Skim through the Y, maybe? Okay, I'll skim through the Y. If you want. Decrease cost from 2,100 to 2,000. That's good. Cheap item. Supposed to be a good spike item. Increased HP fire 10 to 15. Increased MP fire 10 to 15. Good. Good item. Good buffs. They needed it. Small buffs, but good enough to make it thought about. Spectral armor. Item that was not used because the passive was Omega Lol. Increased physical protection 60 to 70. Good physical prods. Increased damage dealt to you from critical strikes from 50 to 60%. I mean 60 to 50%. I mean, sorry, decreased damage though. So if it's a crit meta, the item will be used. If it's not, it's going to be left alone. I don't know. And with all the crit being taken away, they should have just changed the passive on this item. They could have do so many. They could do so much more with it. They're just buffing up the stats, but it's only good when someone has crit. Crit rarely ever in the meta, especially with them taking it away from passive. So don't like it. I think this is a Lono's mask. Increased damage dealt from -25. Yes. Increased healing done from -20 to -25. Yes. Before you just build Lonos. I always thought these masks were kind of, I don't know, forced, but and weird. No, actually not forced. I'm sorry, that's the wrong word to use. It's way too off. It's just weird to have it in the game. It's just like these random things. I don't know, man. They're just too off. It's kind of like. It's kind of like Smite has like these like main builds, like you always see Jotuns, you always see Crusher, you always see Hydras, and then Lonos is completely on the other side. It's like you lose damage and then gain this and then lose that and then gain this and then I don't know. Too much. I thought these items were always a bit too much. Like I think Smite needs to stay around the simplicity, but keep the ceiling high. I don't know if that makes any sense. I might be contradicting myself, but I don't know if some of you guys understand me out there. So yeah, I mean they nerfed the item pretty much a little bit. Ragnar's Mask increased ability damage though from 15 to 20%. Does more damage. This means both basic attack and ability damage are increased the same amount. So the description would be simplified, just say increased damage dealt. Cool. More damage. Increased physical power from 20 to 30%. I mean 20 to 30. Increased magical power from 50 to 65, but you still take more damage. That's cool, yeah, because before you just build it for the movement speed, but now it has some significant power, and so now you might be like, hey, look, this is a good. I'm sorry, you do less damage with Bumbas, right? Or is it that you only take more? I think it's you do. I don't remember. I might be mistaken here on this, so don't take my word for this. I know Boombas, because I remember building this Boombas and doing less damage on Janice and shit. Because you do less damage on percentage. Take more and deal less? You take more and deal less? Yeah, you take more and deal less, so why higher the power, I guess, to balance out the dealing less? I don't know. Like I said, I never liked all these masks. I feel like when they implemented these masks, they went overboard on they went to the other side of the spectrum. Smite was always very simple, and they didn't take it slow enough, in my opinion, with these items. Like these item changes, all so good and smart. These ones, I don't know. I feel like they should take these masks out. Kind of feel like they were forced. Don't like them. Increase base HP. If they want to do something like this, like don't get so crazy with the negative percentages and shit. Like Just make dope items, but you don't gotta do the negative percentage and the negative this and the negative that and the positive this. Okay, this is for me. All right, God balance. This is gonna be interesting. Warrior class. So base stats of warriors increase base HP of all warriors by 10. Wow, that's important. It means warriors are stronger early, stronger level 1, 2, 3, 4. Increase base HP per level. Wow, these are big buffs. You start seeing warriors with like 3,000 HP, not only guardians. Decrease cooldown from 16, 15. Okay, AMC buff. Decrease mana cost. AMC buff. He needed it. They're small, not game changing, just kind of more efficient in the laning phase. People that are really good at AMC can take advantage of this. Mummify, increase Anubis, 1.2, 1.6. That's a big difference. 1.4, 1.7, 1.6. So max. All right, but okay. So the initial levels are better. That's cool, because if you ever see me play Anubis, actually in my last YouTube video, you'll notice that I leveled this up over my 1. I go back and forth with this and my 1 because you needed the extra levels because the combo just works better when you have 1.6. And that's usually what I would go for. But now that you get 1.6 off the bat, now you can level him properly, which is the 3, you go 1 3 2 3 3 ult, if I'm not mistaken. So I like this change. Nice change for Anubis. It always felt awkward putting 3 levels into this just for an extra like 0.2 of a duration, but you needed it for your combo. Dragon Sword, oof, and AO. Okay, every 20. All right, so passive, right? If I'm not mistaken. It was okay. Passive reworked a while back because the technical clarity issue. The problem was reworked. Passive didn't meet our usual definition of a passive ability since the old passive only interacted with its ultimate. We are reworking again. They're reworking it for the 3rd time. Every 20 seconds, Alquan gets a stack of a Dragon King sword. As long as he has a stack, his next non-ultimate ability that deals damage to an enemy god will consume a stack to have its cooldown reduced by 2 seconds and heals AO for 5% of his maximum health. Successfully executing an enemy god with a King of Eastern Seas fully charges the Dragon's King sword. This effect can stack up to 3 times. Okay, wow. Interesting, for sure. Wow. Makes AO funner, more intricate, higher ceiling. You always want higher ceiling on all these changes. That's what you want from the game. That's what Smite needs. Beautiful change. Beautiful. On paper. Every 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds he gets a stack. So you could so like if you're not fighting, wait, does this okay, this is interesting because if you use it on a camp, does it take it? I'm assuming it does, which is still really cool. I like it because if you go on a camp, you're like, yo, I'm going to use this camp to sustain. You can wait for your stack and then use it and then be like, oh, I have 2 stacks. This is going to give me a ton of HP back, which is cool. And then ulting someone, you get all 3 stacks. So when you land on someone, you have like all, you have your full kit available plus the stacks, which are, reduce 2 seconds on your cooldown plus 5% of your maximum health, which is it's a good amount, especially if you have 3 stacks, which is what, 15%? Or so you only use 1, or actually no, it's per ability. Damn, you could do some crazy combos now. Oh, it says damage to enemy god. Sorry if I didn't read that properly. Sorry, chat. Oh, to an enemy god. You guys are right. You guys are right. Cool, cool, cool. That's exactly what I wanted. That's what I was looking for. Because I felt like if you did it to a camp, it would have been kind of awkward because now you have to micromanage when you don't want to use. You don't want to use your abilities on a camp because it's gonna take a stack. So that's cool. That's what I wanted. My bad. I misread that. I read over it. Dope, dope, dope. 10 out of 10. Woohoo! To my man Ayo. That's awesome. Chug. All right. Chug is now available at level 1 and has a rank 0. Dope. That needed to happen already a long time ago, I felt like. Rank 0 Chug is not providing protections. Smart. Rank 0 Chug costs 35 mana. Dope. Chug now provides 40% drug meter at all ranks. So I guess you just chug for the prots now. So you only level it for if you want more prots. Because you get the Chug now provides, yeah, at all ranks it provides 40%. So you're going to be drunk all the time regardless. So it gives you more prots the more you level it. Cool. I like it. Because either way, like late game, you're just drunk all the time. So it's like you're not even using the ability for any critical thinking. So level chug last depends. So if you're support and you are behind and you wanna use your abilities to make up for the lack of prots you have because you're low on gold, that's just the way you can think about it, which is cool, which is for sure cool. Now the fact that it provides 40% drunk meter at all ranks, that is a lot too. I mean, that's cool, and that means you could sit in base and start chugging and come out of base drunk, inevitably above. That's dead. God damn, thank God, bro. Do something. No, why are they not doing anything to her cats? Her cats are the problem. Not her. Her abilities are great. Increase physical power scaling for 20-25%. No, this is wrong. Increase physical power scaling for 20-25%. Yeah, I guess it gives her a little bit of a buff. Decrease mana cost from this 70 to 60 at all ranks. I mean, I guess like it's gonna build trans either way because she's a great scaling character. I mean, this makes it where she doesn't really have to build trans. She kind of just spams abilities a little bit better in the early game because the early game was trash. But no, her cats are useless. They just get blown up in team fights without even people paying attention to it. So no, this is okay for Bastet. It helps her a little bit in the early game, but the cats are the problem, not her abilities. So Baron, decrease bonus healing. Yes, thank you, man. This character is so annoying. Decrease the total health damage from 15 to 20. Okay, yeah. Double nerf, and I like it. Both nerfs on abilities that are super annoying from him. Increase base damage from 100. Oh, the ult 100, 200. Oh, increase. Sorry, increase 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 to 140. Wow, that's a big buff. That is a big buff. Oh wait, no. So actually, only the first two levels get a good buff. Like, wow, the level 1 ult actually makes a big difference. Like that hitting for 140 but level 5 Bologna, like you can solo the other solo laner with that and rotate and do mad damage with that. That is like actual big boy ability. It reminds me of Jarvan in League. That his 3 actually does a good chunk of damage. For sure, like it. I like the buff. Bologna was kind of like not doing that well, but that's a good buff. Tectonic shift. That's his ult, if I'm not mistaken. Expanded with his hit area and ability to damage all gods in the entire rectangle shape in front of Kraken. This area is as wide as his walls. Here is now extending from Kraken up to the range of the walls. 25. Okay, so yeah, like it. It doesn't just do damage on the initial up. It does damage all around. So I like it. Camazot's buff, I'm assuming, increased buff duration for 300 seconds, 5 minutes. Now persist through deaths. Good buff. So now his passive is always on him. Cool. Like, you see, this is what I like though. Like this mechanic, it being at 210 and not persisting through death, was like a very annoying mechanic. Like, yes, it makes the ceiling for Camazot's higher because you always have to have like your 2, meaning you have to walk through jungle camps if you're in solo lane to get it. But it was an annoying higher ceiling ability. Like, it was like, oh, I have to go to this. Like, this is like, all right, just make it easy. Like, just 2 something. You always have it. Just make sure that you're always 2ing a big boy camp. So, like, this is, I like it. Smart from Hyros to realize that. Or the balancing team, I'm sorry. Decrease cooldown from 100 to 90 seconds. Yes, Cernos needed a buff. I've said that he was kind of weak. Increase damage from 40 to 60, 80 to 195, 120 to 130. Yeah, good buff. His early game is stronger. Early mid game is stronger. Increase Dragon Breath from 20, 10% magic power, so 20, 30, 40. What do they change? 50, 60 right here. The second ability, the second one. Pretty big buff. Mid late game. Sorry, mid late game for sure. He scales. This is probably one of the best scaling supports now. Arc's the defender. Increased cooldown from 70 to 90. Thank the Lord. Yeah, it was just stupid to have it at 70 seconds. Does too much. So annoying. Decreased cooldown from 90 to 70 seconds. Oof, that's a big boy buff right there. My boy Herc. Makes him kind of like better in the jungle, if you ask me. Obviously better in the solo lane. I mean, better all around. But better in the jungle, it kind of gives you like an ult that does 400 damage. Crazy base damage all the time. With cooldown, it seems like he's ulting every 40 seconds. There's a rock coming at you all the time. Increase range from 40 to 55. This should have been done ages ago. Thank the Lord. Increase range from 35 to 40. Little bit of buffs. Could have done more to her. She's really, really weak. Always been really weak because her main damage is interrupted with any ability. Basic attack has had a large pass to improve functionality, remove jitter, experience, especially. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Fix energy. No. All right, just like bugs that the new character always brings, especially someone like him. Increase energy gain from 1 to 2 per hit. Cool. He needed to get energy faster. Decrease charge range from 16 to 12. Yeah, that the ult always felt like the stun was way too long. You need to be a little bit closer. Loki. Decrease damage progression from 1 to 0.5, 0.5, 0.5 to 1.5. That's cool. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what it was. Now they changed it to 0.75. So the initial hit doesn't even hit that hard. So your 1-3 isn't as hard for initial hit. 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 1.5. Yeah, that's a pretty big nerf. Remove damage mitigation from this ability. Lol. Why did they even have that on Banish to begin with? Thank God they took it out. Thumbs up. Increase base damage from 60 to 70. Good early game. 210, 220, 270. Good early game. It honestly just helps more in the early game, mid game, late game doesn't matter. Extra 10 damage late game on your strike, on your sickle doesn't matter. Increase base damage 75, 80, 125, 130. Just 5 damage. 5. Yeah, good early mid. Helps a little bit. Helps his boxing a little bit. Everlasting Flame decrease duration from 6 to 4. Passive only lasts 4 seconds now. So you have to really manage your 4 seconds to lifesteal, and you don't just lifesteal for the rest of the game. Kappa. Decrease power from 2 per level 1. Okay. So just a nerf on Pele, less damage. Just all around, she's way weak now. I think she's pretty weak right now. Well, with this, because her late game is already pretty bad, and now that she doesn't lifesteal, then she doesn't have that crazy spike with like Soul Eater and then a Crusher, and then this passive being inflated as it is. Good nerf. Increase physical protection from 2.2 to 2.6 per level. Good nerf. I mean, sorry, good buff. He's tankier to physical. Scales a little bit better as a mage. Cool. Increase damage from 40 to 45, 60, 65, 80. So yeah, it's good. Good buff. No longer stuns, but pierces through enemies and roots the first god hit and slows every other enemy hit. Root and slow lasts 1.5 at all ranks. 30% slow at all ranks. Whoa, that's interesting. It does the ability does more now, but it's a root, so it isn't CCR'd. So you're gonna get 1.5 all the time, which is cool. But now it isn't a stun. But roots are good as hell too. It's weird to beads. Sometimes you don't want to beads roots. So I think that's kind of a buff in my opinion. I think this is a buff for sure. This is an all around buff. Oh yeah, this is an all around big boy buff for Thoth. I think Thoth could come back off this. Zeus. Cooldown increase from 10 to 12. Aegis Assault. This is a shield if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm not stupid. 10 to 12. Kind of that's a nerf. So he doesn't have shield as often. So it's harder for him to clear waves if he uses it wrong. Increased damage from, so he just straight banger. 55, 60, 95. So just 5 at all ranks. Oh my god, what is his spike? 75. So 50. So 5 the first level. Plus 15 second level. Plus, what is that? 30, 15, no, 25. Plus 35. Plus 45. Wow. Increase magical power scaling 18. Oh. Reduce multiplication for each damage charge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 to 1.1, 1.7, 2.4. Reduce multiplication for each charge. So you auto less? No, that's passive. Wait. So you used to do 3 times the damage. So if you have, so if you have 1 or 2 charges, if you have 1 charge, it does massive damage. It does way more damage than it did initially. But now you have 2, do a little bit less, but still almost even. It just helps. It just helps them because now you don't have to get like 2 or 3. You don't always have to get 2 charges or 3 charges. Now you can get 1 charge and still do massive damage. Cool. Smart. I liked it. Adjusted damage from 120 to 140, 160, 180. So now it starts at 100. It's lowered. It's lowered, but then scales higher. And they increase the scaling. So Zeus is now a better scaling. This helps his early mid game, and this helps his late game. Kind of went in 2 different directions. So I think he's gonna be decent. I think it's all overall a buff for him. Because late game is kind of when you want to. Early game Zeus just kind of dies, but once he gets that mid late game, he's popping off damage regardless. Wait, the second or third charge do 0.7 of the damage? The second and third charge do 0.7 of the damage. I thought it was 1. So imagine 1 charge, you do the full 180. Imagine you have 5 levels in this, in detonate, right? If you have 1, it does 180. Compared to 135 from before. If you have 2, it used to multiply and do 360. Now it would do, no, here it would do, I'm sorry, 135, 260, 270, sorry. It would used to do 270, and now with two charges, wait, am I mistaken? No, with two charges it does 1.7, so 180 times 1.7, which is, I don't know what the fuck that is. Is it more than that? I'm pretty sure that's the way it is, if I'm not mistaken. So I think like the initial thing on this is it buffs him, because sometimes you overcommit in trying to get that extra charge because you know how much more damage it's gonna do. You get me? Before, if you had 1 charge on him, sometimes you didn't even detonate because it only did 135. But now at 180 plus the crazy scaling, it's worth, if you only hit him once, to just charge, just to blow it up. That's the way I feel about it. But yeah, that's goes over everything that they released for 6.1 YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for everything. You guys are the shit. Thanks for supporting, man. Please hit that sub button, hit that bell whenever you guys always comment on videos, man. I love learning from you guys and what I could do better. So thank you.